As we approach the fall months, the 2012 election season is kicking into full swing. The first election to be held this season will be the state primaries in early September. In contrast with previous years, there have been changes to when the election will take place. We spoke with Attleboro Elections Chair Fran Hutton about these changes and what else citizens can expect on Election Day.
Hi, my name is Fran Hutton, and I am one of the election commissioners, one of 4 election commissioners for the City of Attleboro. I happen to be the chairman this year. Our job is to see to the putting on of the elections in the City of Attleboro. The upcoming election is actually a primary election. It's not the election for the president, it's a state primary. So the names that are going to be on the ballot, you'll have to choose whether you want to have a Republican ballot or a Democratic ballot. And if you're unenrolled, of course, you can choose your ballots. It will be for state offices. The election that's upcoming is on a Thursday this year. It was moved from its original date to avoid conflicts. It was moved to Thursday, the 6th of September. It's not on a Tuesday, which most elections are, so that may surprise people. But this is going to be the first Thursday in September that the election is going to be held on. So that's a change, and we want people to be aware that that is the date of the election and to come out and vote.
Election Day this year is Thursday, September 6th, and the polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And if people know that they aren't going to be in town, they should take out an absentee ballot so that they can be sure to vote. And the polling locations, if memory serves me correctly, it's Ward 1 is the South Attleboro Knights of Columbus on 123. Ward 2 is the Good News Bible Chapel on West Street. The Ward 3 is at the St. John's Fellowship Hall. Wards 4 and 5 are at La Salette, which is off of Park Street. And Ward 6 is at the Elks Hall on South Main Street. Residents of Attleboro can find out where they vote by contacting the Election Commission, either by phone or in person at City Hall.
We would encourage also anybody to check where their polling location is, because there has been some redistricting. The census congressional redistricting occurred from the 2010 federal census, and some people who may not have voted, particularly people who may only choose to vote in the presidential election, may not be familiar with any change that they've had in their polling location. Letters were sent out, but if they missed it or if they've forgotten where their new polling location might be, they can check with the election office, or they can look online and see there is a link to a state site that shows where your polling location is. And they're free to call the office and check that, and also to check that their registration is active. If for some reason we did not receive a census form back from any individual, if they're registered to vote, they're inactive until we verify that they still live at that particular address. So that's always a good thing to do before the election, so that you don't have to verify that at the polls. It's too late to register for this upcoming primary election, but it is not too late to register for the presidential election. They can still do that up until 20 days before the election, when voter registration closes in the state of Massachusetts, so that the voting lists can be prepared for the polls and other reasons.
Well, residents should be proud that they have a chance to vote. It seems like those who have been here for generations sort of slough it off as not too important, but then you read about the newly nationalized citizens, and they are very excited that they have a chance to vote in the elections. And it would be nice if everybody had that enthusiasm, whether it be for the first time or the umpteenth time.
Well, I'm an election commissioner, so of course I think it's important to vote. It's a freedom that we have, and it's a wonderful freedom that not everyone takes advantage of, and I'm so happy that people do take advantage of it and that we have the freedom to vote in this country for whomever we choose. And I would encourage everyone to get out there and exercise this freedom. And it's also a responsibility, because the people that we elect are the people who represent us and will be governing us for the next upcoming years. So get out there and vote.